The real kicker, this is Acreage living without the Austin price tag. This right here, this is value you won't see twice. Let's go check it out. So excited to have you back on the channel today, and I really appreciate you taking the time. Got an amazing home tour for you today. This right here, this is amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, we're in Clearwater Ranch on a 1-acre lot. And Clearwater Ranch just gives you freedom. A 1-acre lot, Liberty Hill, Texas. Liberty Hill, great schools, and a community that's connected and it's peaceful and it's growing, and this is the right time to invest in an area just like this. In today's video, we're gonna get a deep dive perspective of the Amber plan, built by Drees Custom Homes. And in this plan, you're gonna see a lot of great flexibility and a great piece of property here in Liberty Hill, Texas. First and foremost, we always talk about the elevation. This right here, very beautiful, very unique, because it was a whitewashed kind of brick that was painted. So it's a painted brick with this stone elevation, and it is a beautiful corner lot, an acre lot property with plenty of room in the backyard. I cannot wait till you see that. You have really great views, topography, and you have a great ability to add on in terms of outdoor kitchen, pool, you name it. Stay tuned to the end of the video. We're gonna get a really good perspective of this space. But as you come up, really nice, beautiful salt finish here on the sidewalks, a wide front porch as soon as you come up, double door entry, 8-foot doors. And this right here, you're greeted by beautiful, tremendous natural light in this 1-story home called the Amber plan. I'm gonna close the door behind me. At the time of this recording, this home is roughly about 8 days away from being completed, and there's still a few punch items that you're going to notice here in today's video on the tour, but you're going to get a really good perspective of the sheer size and the space. So I want you to kick back, relax, and enjoy. Let's look at this plan together and see if the value is definitely there. But ladies and gentlemen, as you know, everything always begins right here in the kitchen. And I see some very amazing things and some very unique things that my eyes caught. And we're gonna take a look at everything, okay? The good, bad, and the scratch your head. But first and foremost, beautiful kitchen. I really like how the island is offset. I've been mentioning this on the channel. You've probably heard me ad nauseum. But the width between the range and the sink is very good. And if someone's cooking and someone's washing the dishes simultaneously, you're not bumping into each other. So right here, really good point. You know, I've been in a lot of kitchens lately where basically the oven, as it's opened, there's literally no room to walk by. This is what I'm looking for. And this is what a lot of my clients are looking for. Beautiful KitchenAid appliances, beautiful width right here within the plan. When you open up that double oven, you have plenty of room for ingress and egress to walk through, because this is a phenomenal size kitchen. Really, really beautiful. Absolutely stunning. Now, one of the big things I've noticed, and you probably already saw it, I'm gonna show you, and I'm definitely gonna ask, because Drees Custom Homes does a lot of phenomenal things in their homes, but I'm gonna ask that in this particular kitchen, why, oh why, did we do this? This is the gas cutoff. And these are, as you can see, LED rope lights, if I can talk today, in the cabinets. Very pretty, but I typically, 9 times out of 10, I always see this down below. But because, now I see why. Now, if this was a change and someone, still though, I'm trying to think, I've done this many times in my life where there's a lot of pot drawers, as you can see here. There should have been some cabinets, but they probably opted to do these pot drawers. When you do that, you kind of have to knock off a notch at the back for it to be able to have access for you to turn that off and on. I'm not sure what you do, but that's a first. You know, I see a lot of things on the channel. Every day I'm looking at homes, every single day. When I first walked in here, I was like, I can't believe I'm seeing that, but I gotta bring it up because I look for these things every day. I look for access within plumbing, access within gas, and I wanna know where the shutoff valves are and all these important things. And I wanna make sure I share them with you here on the channel. But this right here, very nice kitchen. Let's pretend we didn't see that. And let's pretend that there's a fix for that. There has to be, because I'm pretty sure the home is not complete. So bear with me on that. But it's one of those things where I'm definitely gonna bring it up and ask them. But from a full cabinet perspective, you got plenty of cabinets, even those glass inserts, the 42-inch uppers and the cabinets on top of the cabinets. This is a really, really nice, beautiful kitchen that is very eloquently appointed. It's a very unique color right here as well on this center island. Goes well with the quartz and the Blanco sink they've selected here. This crushed granite Blanco sink. Very, very nice. You know, on the channel, we always talk about pantries. And I'm very happy to see and report we have a legitimate, really good size pantry in this home right here. Take a look at this. This is the kind of pantry we love to see on the channel, where it's appropriately sized for a home of this stature. This amber plan, 4 bedrooms, 3.5 bath, 3,137 square feet. And you have an office and a flex area. I cannot wait till you see that flex area. Absolutely phenomenal. But as I take a couple steps back, you see the double door entry, really pretty, not that large of a foyer, right? It's like you get right into business and you have this beautiful family room right here where you got 4 cans, you got this really nice large format, almost, it's larger than 12 by 24, but it's I'm not exactly sure the size, but it looks like 12 by 24 size, all the way to the top. Electric starter to the gas fireplace. Very, very pretty. This is elegant, very, very elegant. We're gonna start to the front and work our way back. As we saw here, this is this particular vantage point of the double doors. As we make a left right here, you have these double divided light doors that lead into your study. And because it's the front of the home, you saw the pitch and the elevation, you have absolutely phenomenal size ceilings in your office right here. Take a look at this. 4 can lights, plenty of connectivity. I'm seeing RG6, Cat 5e to the left of your screen right there, right at the center of your screen now. And then we have a receptacle right at the floor plate, which I love to see. This way, many of our clients, you're able to put your furniture however you like, but this is a really good size study right here with the divided light doors, very elegantly appointed, very nice. Now, as I mentioned earlier, since they're in the process of still finishing, you have your vent hood right here. Still a couple of things left, punch list items that I see. Obviously that cabinet, which we're definitely gonna bring up and ask them about that. But this is really nice. Take a look at this. I know this box is in the way, but I'm gonna pan the camera down. It's really nice. You have 3 bedrooms right here. And it's nice that they're not all just next to each other. You got a nice little square hallway right here where it's, you know, traffic control. You have a very nice hall bath right here. Very, very pretty. This home has a powder room as well. So I wanna make sure I mention that. But this is a very nice, pretty 6 by 24 wood look tile all the way to the ceiling, vertically laid. Really makes the space look big, and a nice semi-glass enclosure, which I'm very happy to see. Drees Custom Homes does a phenomenal job with their plans. They're one of the few builders in town that I'm gonna be telling you a lot of amazing things about them that they do on to-be-built homes, build on your own lot, In this situation, because the home is already done, it's an inventory home, so it can't be done. However, I want to make sure I tell you everything. Some of the key things that a lot of my clients do who build a Drees home is closets by design. So one of the amazing things you can do in a Drees custom home is there's a company based out of Bhakta, Closets by Design, that simply has all their floor plans in a bank, if you will. And they have the dimensions, everything. So you're able to go down to that office in Bhakta and really select everything you'd like for your custom closet. If you want to do every closet, if you want to do just the primary bedroom, you can do that. But they have every single plan in their system, and they can build your closet simultaneously as they build the home. But here's the kicker. Here's the best part. You can wrap it into your loan. You know, so many times, these are the things that sometimes from a cash standpoint, we got to think about all this stuff. Obviously, the missus would want those things. Our daughters would want those things. I got 2 girls at home. They would want all those things on the front end. But the great thing about Drees is you can do all these things simultaneously as you're building the home and wrap it into the mortgage. So that is a really, really great thing. I'm going to close that door behind me just so I can pan right to left, so you get a really good perspective of this particular room. This room is where they house the huge OnQ panel. I'm very happy to see this. You know, these OnQ panels sometimes aren't big enough. These closets are just okay. A lot of builders you've seen lately on the channel have large secondary bedroom closets. These are just the bare minimum, but this OnQ panel, excellent. You got your pull-through conduit right here for all your Cat 5e, RG6 that you'd want to do for if you're going to hang a TV. Not sure what that blank is, but I'm sure it's for something. You have a receptacle in here as well for power and all the connectivity you would need. You know, very important. These are the kind of details that we look for in all these homes. This Amber plan, they've done a phenomenal job. I can't wait till you see the drop zone area where the utility room is, adjacent to where you'd be doing a lot of your entertaining, because let's be honest, in a 1-story home, that's one of the main things that a lot of my clients say. They love to entertain, and entertaining can be absolutely phenomenal in a home like this. So I'm going to show you the dining room because I didn't show it earlier, and I don't want to forget, so I apologize. We're going to go to the primary bedroom, and then we're going to end off in that area that I mentioned over there. This dining room area, it's a good size. I do want to tell you though, in terms, I want to show you everything. I'm all about showing you everything. Obviously, you see the hallway right here. That would be your main ingress and egress. So the table would have to be probably a long rectangular table, and it would have to be, you know, set perfectly a little bit closer to the windows because you want to leave yourself enough space, because this is your I-35, if you will. And to the left here, this door would swing this way. There's multiple ways to get to your covered patio, but I want to make sure I show you everything. So down this hallway, you're going to have a really good perspective because you're going to see great storage and you're going to see the primary bedroom. First and foremost, right here to your left, you have a coat closet. Really, really nice. Unique location, by the way, for that coat closet, but very, very nice. And take a look at this. This right here is your beautiful primary bedroom right here with the tray ceiling, plenty of beautiful natural light, and you got 4 candle lights. Very, very pretty. This is something absolutely stunning. They do a phenomenal job, and I want you to see how the flooring looks with the wall color, so you get a really good perspective. So many things can go with these colors. It is really, really nice. But take a look at this right here as I pan left to right. So earlier, as I mentioned, closets, you can 100% do on build on your own lot as you're building your Drees Custom Homes. Also, if you do a build on your own lot, you can build a pool as well simultaneously as you build your home. And it can be wrapped into the mortgage of the home. So once again, 2 things that sometimes create a lot of cash post-close, you can do them. So I want to make sure, reach out to me. I'll give you all the details. But speaking of details, ladies and gentlemen, take a look at this. This is absolutely stunning. I really, really, really like this bathroom. Very, very pretty. Love these 3 windows they have right here that emit a really beautiful natural light. The Schluter edges that I'm gonna get a close-up of that you'll see, really great details. The freestanding tub to the left and right, plenty of space. And then you have these beautiful vanities with a frame mirror, square sinks, and plenty of functional counter space. Really, really pretty, really nice. This is a great size bathroom right here. I'm gonna close this door just so you can get a really good perspective of this space. Straight ahead, we have our beautiful shower with a frameless, fully frameless glass enclosure and a large format tile, which is 12 by 24, all the way to the top. Really, really pretty. And a very nice tile border as you come into the shower. And in the shower, you're gonna notice multiple shower heads. You're gonna notice one right here on the wall, very customary, but you have a diverter valve and a hot and cold. The diverter is for your handheld right here. So very, very pretty. I'm gonna stand in the shower, and this way you can get a really good perspective. You have a really pretty transom window with that Schluter edges. A bench right here as well, very nice, with the Schluter, and a very pretty hexagon tile for the mud set. And you have 2 niches right here. I would have loved to see the niches a little bit larger, let's be honest, but it's nonetheless, it's very nice to have. Very, very pretty. And all the details, as I mentioned, with the Schluter edges, this is really, really stunning. And the kind of details that Drees Custom Homes is known for. This particular plan, the Amber plan, is a phenomenal 1-story home. It's great for my young families and empty nesters. I've had both type of clients build this home and they absolutely love it. I'm gonna close this shower door so I could show you this beautiful closet right here. Take a look at this. And it's not all the closet. I'm gonna walk in there so you get a really good perspective of just the sheer size of this closet. But what I want you to see is if you were to close this space from a creativity standpoint, I'm gonna stand in the corner here. Take a look at this. Really, really nice. Really great size closet. And as I mentioned, with Closets by Design, you can do so many things from a construction standpoint on the Amber plan. All the plans are basically, they have them in the system. So you can really customize this space. Very, very pretty. As we go down this hallway, I just love this vantage point right here. Give you a little bit of a peek before we go out and take a look. But this right here is absolutely stunning. Such a beautiful lot. And we're gonna take a look at all the details of this lot. As we go down this particular hallway right here, before we go down there, I wanna pan one more time here, right, and then go all the way left. This way you get a really good perspective of this space. This is a beautiful, beautiful home. That is a wonderful plan that they've done a phenomenal job in design of this plan. So as we go past this dining area, this is the area I wanted to really mention here on the channel. This is really, really neat. You have your powder room right here to your right, which you're gonna see. Straight ahead, you have your drop zone where you have your utility room, sink, mud area. Really good right here. And then this amazing flex space that I would love to know in the comments, what would you do with that flex space? But you got a really pretty herringbone lay here in the drop zone. Very nice. Have a sink, so that always helps. Not a lot of functional counter space, as you can tell, as you can see right here. However, one thing I really love to see, this is great, is they've already ran the water line right here for a future fridge with an ice maker. You have your GFI plug, everything ready to roll. So as I stand here in the drop zone, take a look at this. You got everything from a mud bench. You know, a lot of my clients who are building from scratch, I definitely tell them, please add a receptacle. There's no receptacle here, but if you are building from scratch, please add a receptacle. You will love it later, because so many of my clients who build from scratch, they have kids, they have all these devices, laptops, things they need to plug, it's just really helpful to have that. Plenty of space right here for your washer and dryer, and you have great cabinetry above. You know, we saw that coat closet earlier, and I was kind of like, that's an interesting place to put it, but this is where I expected to see it. So you actually have 2 coat closets. Never hurts to have great storage, and Drees has a really good storage in their homes overall. Here in the garage, it's a really nice, oversized 3-car bay garage where it gives us probably just a little bit of room for storage. Wish there was I wish from the way it was shaped out, wish just it was a little bit different, but I want to show you everything here. Really nice 8-foot garage doors. That large, what you see there, the mothership is irrigation. That is a very large box, because you could only imagine for this 1-acre lot how many zones you have. There's going to be absolutely a tremendous amount of zones. But you have a very large tankless water heater. This is the commercial grade tankless water heater right here. Really nice. I don't see, oh, I do. I see an expansion tank. So that is really, really nice. And a pan. You have your whole home water softener loop with a cutoff. Really nice. And access right there to plumbing, which is always, always, always helpful to have. Back into the home, and here to the right, the 2 areas where you're gonna love to entertain, right off the dining room and right off the kitchen, and right where the powder room is located. This is absolutely phenomenal. I love seeing this. This is a absolutely huge flex space right here. Perfect for a game room, media room, whatever you'd like. This is a wonderful, wonderful space. Let me know in the comments. I would love to know, how would you utilize this space? You got all this beautiful natural light, and it is a wide opening that easily, if you were to build it from scratch, could be cased off with double doors, a barn door, or left wide open, just like you're seeing right here. But this is a phenomenal space. That was an add-on, structural add-on to this home. This amber plan is absolutely amazing. As we go outside, this is one of the things that so many of my clients love about Clearwater Ranch. They love peace, serenity, and absolutely beautiful hill country views. Take a look at this right here. You have beautiful salt finish in your covered patio, and you're gonna see a lot of receptacles here, plenty of lights that they've done for us here. And what a beautiful color with the white brick and what you're seeing right here on the doors. This is a absolutely stunning, stunning color. But this is such a great space, and I really wanted you to see this. This way you can see all fenced off, iron rod fencing, and I'm gonna stand here in the corner just so you get a really good perspective of just how big this is. Ladies and gentlemen, here in Liberty Hill, Texas, Clearwater Ranch, you're seeing a tremendous amount of development. Absolutely tremendous amount of development. There's a brand new Costco, as you've seen on TV probably, or heard about on multiple articles. They're building it right off of Seward Junction. We're literally about 5-6 miles from there. And Costco only does feasibility studies, as you know, in areas that they know are going to flourish, do well from a real estate standpoint, and just from an economical standpoint. Costco does a great job of making sure they put their stores in areas where they know. And that's why I feel this particular value of this home is hard to find. Corner lot where you have this much flat, beautiful backyard, and you can do so many things with this backyard, right? We can do so many things. From the standpoint of future pool, you can have some hedge, some bushes to kind of cover that up, because I know from a privacy standpoint, you'd kind of feel like, hey, well, I don't want everybody to see. So there's still a lot of things you can do here. And it's a blank canvas, it's a blank slate. This is a beautiful, workable backyard that you don't always see in today's acreage communities sometimes, because the way the homes sit with the build line, it's not always the case. But straight ahead, you have multiple receptacles, a gas stub out for your future grill. I would have loved to see a rough-in for plumbing. That would have been absolutely awesome, but they didn't do that. But I wanted to make sure I show you everything. What do you guys think about this one-story home, the Amber Plan? Tell me what you think. I'd love to know. This right here, at the time of this recording, is for sale. As I mentioned, it will finish roughly about 8 days from now. They'll complete everything. I definitely will find out the answer to the elephant in the room, and I will hopefully there'll be a good answer, but I'll make sure I'll find out about that. But this right here is the Amber Plan. 4 bedrooms, 3.5 bath with an office. You saw that amazing study straight ahead. Study that you saw earlier. I apologize as I pan now this way. The game room, flex space, complete amazing space that you can use however you'd like. This is priced right at $949,000 at the time of this recording. Feel free to reach out to me. I can give you my experiences I've had with Drees Custom Homes. I build many plans with them, with my clients, and I can tell you my client's perspective of Clearwater Ranch here on these beautiful acreage communities. These are the final opportunities they have left here in Clearwater Ranch. So it's a great value to get in now on these homes. Hope you have a wonderful day. I really appreciate you watching and staying tuned, and I can't wait to bring you the next one here on the channel. Hope you have a wonderful day, and I hope this video brought you some value. Take care.